dust of Copper Creek clung like a stubborn shadow. It settled over the wooden storefronts mixed with the smoke of the saloon, and lodged deep in the lungs of every miner who thought they could escape it. Anna Carter brushed the fine gray layer from her porch for the third time that morning, her hands moving automatically while her mind wandered elsewhere. Inside, she folded her late husband's shirts. Each crisp fold was a dagger to memory. His drinking, the gambling debts, the sharp words, the hidden bruises beneath collars she had worn to conceal shame. Samuel Carter's funeral had been a quiet affair, attended only by those who owed him nothing, and Anna had felt a peculiar relief as the dirt fell over his coffin. Relief, not sorrow, but Copper Creek did not forgive easily. Rumors traveled faster than horses, and debts never disappeared. Jeb Crow's voice cut through the morning silence at the cemetery, harsh as dry timber. "The matter of Samuel's debts," he said. Anna had expected this. "There's nothing left," she murmured. "The house is mortgaged, the tools sold." Jeb's smile was thin, cruel. "There's always something." The next morning found Anna in the Crow family parlor, an oppressive room lined with mounted elk heads and soaked in the scent of tobacco and leather. Jeb sat like a king, his sons flanking him like bodyguards. $40, he said flatly. "That's what Samuel owed me. With interest, you'll work it off." Anna lifted her chin. "I can sew, wash, mend." 2 years, Billy Crow laughed, sharp and brittle. 2? Try 10. "No," Jeb said, slamming his fist against the desk. "I have a better plan. There's a man up the mountain, Elias Hargrove. Owns land I want, won't sell. He lives alone, needs a woman to keep house. 1 year's service clears the debt." Anna's world spun. "You're selling me." "Settling a debt," Jeb corrected. "Unless you want the sheriff?" "Debt prison isn't kind to women." Anna knew Sheriff Hayes owed the Crow family far more than he could ever repay. He wouldn't protect her. She had no choice. The next morning, the Crow brothers loaded her trunk into their wagon. As they rattled down Main Street, all eyes seemed to bore into her back. She gripped her mother's wedding ring, the only relic of her former life, hidden in her palm. "They say he killed a man," Billy spat. "Lives up there with wolves." Anna said nothing. Cargo delivered like a sack of grain. The road climbed into thickening forest. Pines pressed close, their scent sharp with sap and earth. Somewhere she glimpsed silver among the shadows. "Wolves," Jed muttered. Finally, the cabin appeared, built of massive logs, smoke curling from its stone chimney. It perched on a rocky ledge with forest on 3 sides and a sheer drop on the 4th. Jeb was already there, reins in hand, speaking to a giant of a man in the doorway. Elias Hargrove was formidable. Broad shoulders, towering height, a beard half his face, pale blue eyes, cold as winter. "This woman," Jeb said. "She cooks, keeps house, works for a year. Clear the debt." Elias's gaze swept over Anna, slow and precise, then simply nodded. No handshake, no words. The nod sealed her fate. The Crow brothers departed. Anna was alone. Only the mountain, the wind, and a silver wolf, a massive creature with eyes like molten gold, who pushed open the cabin door and disappeared inside. Inside, the cabin was Spartan. A single room for cooking, sleeping, living. A fire burned in the hearth. Elias ladled stew into a bowl, ate silently, his gaze never leaving her. When she had finished, she washed the bowl, careful in her movements. "Your pallet," he said at last, pointing to a straw mattress in the corner. That first night, Anna lay awake beneath the log ceiling. Wolves howled in the distance. Ghost, the silver wolf, watched her with those unwavering golden eyes. Copper Creek was gone. This mountain cabin was her new world. Morning brought pale light and pine smoke. Elias was gone. Only Ghost remained. Anna set to work. She baked biscuits with flour, salt, and a small chunk of pork she found. By the time Elias returned from the woods, the cabin smelled like home. He paused at the door, pale eyes unreadable. "Don't leave the tree line. Don't touch the traps. Don't run." That night something shifted. Anna patched his shirts. He ran a thumb over her stitches and nodded. A tiny acknowledgement, but more than she'd had before. Autumn deepened, frost whitening the peaks. Elias returned one evening with a fresh rabbit, wounded but alive. Anna tended to him, dressing a gash on his calf, her hand steady despite the tremor in her chest. "Why?" he asked, voice rough. "Because it needs doing," she said. And for the first time, she saw the man behind the stone exterior, grief etched into scars across his back. burn marks from a fire that had stolen his wife and child 7 years ago in Kansas. "You tried," she whispered. "That makes you worth remembering." Winter came, harsh and relentless. Storms raged. They fought together to keep the cabin and animals safe. The silence between them softened into warmth. Small gestures, wooden carvings, sugar in the coffee, a tiny comb, spoke louder than words. But Copper Creek's shadows were long. Word of Anna's captivity reached the valley, and the Crow Boys came with sheriff and deputies claiming to rescue her. Anna stood on the porch, voice steady. "I am here by choice. 1 year's work. The truth is mine to tell." Even the sheriff hesitated. Anna's courage, her letters to Judge Morrison, and Elias's silent support held the day. Yet danger returned. One frozen night, Billy Crow struck, shattering windows and shouting into the darkness. Elias armed her, teaching her to fight beside him. Ghost was a silver storm among the attackers. By dawn, the Crow Boys were bound, justice served. Spring arrived, and with it life bloomed. The cabin grew. A garden planted, and neighbors came, drawn to the mountain home Anna and Elias built together. When the preacher finally arrived, Anna wore her mother's cameo, a simple dress of her own making. Elias slipped a silver ring on her finger. Sitting on the porch afterward, Ghost at their feet, Elias whispered, "I thought I only needed someone to cook for me. But your smile, it gave me something I didn't know I was starving for." Anna leaned into him, something sweeter than bread. And for the first time in years, the mountain dust no longer clung to her. Copper Creek's whispers faded. She had found not just freedom but love and a home worth keeping.